As Vorden jumped into the red portal, he felt a tingling sensation all over his body. A few moments later, Vorden had arrived. He opened his eyes, and the first thing he noticed was the place was incredibly dark. Vorden then started to look at his surroundings. It was strange to see building structures around them. When there was building work, it would usually be Dalki structure, but this was clearly not Dalki-based. Aren't the red portals meant to be unsheltered planets? This place looks like a broken shelter. I think you are forgetting something, Rayton said. While orange may mean it's in the process of being taken over and sheltered being places, red can also mean it's too dangerous to build a shelter in the first place. You have basically given us a death sentence. What do you mean? Vorden asked. Are you really being so stupid? Sure, you might have run through that portal so you didn't kill your friend, but what's the point if we die instead? Then a thought came to Vorden's mind. Quinn. The portal was unable to send you to a pinpoint location, but it did put you in the same general area, at least within 10 miles of each other. For now, Vorden would look for a portal back to the Academy while also searching for Quinn. Somewhere on the same planet, Quinn had also arrived. His heart was beating rapidly as it was the first time he had experienced such a thing. Peter, what the hell was that? Quinn thought. Damn it, he must have pushed me through the portal. Where am I? As Quinn looked around, he could see the similar buildings around him all crumbled, torn, and fallen down. The place looked like a city had once existed, but had been left behind for years. However, there was one saving grace about the whole thing. On the planet, it was currently nighttime, meaning Quinn didn't feel weak and had a better chance of surviving. However, before Quinn had even moved from the spot he was in, he spotted something from the corner of his eye. Quinn tried to follow whatever it was with his eyes, but it would constantly move around until it had eventually stopped, just underneath a pile of rubble from one of the buildings. Quinn started to back away, making sure to keep an eye on where he last saw the figure. Then, when he was a safe enough distance away, he finally turned around. In that instant, a sound could be heard from behind. Quinn immediately turned around and could see a horrible figure running towards him. It clearly wasn't an ordinary animal, and something he had only ever seen in books and TV. It was a beast. Suddenly, Quinn could hear the sounds of something scurrying towards him at an amazing speed. As he turned, the beast was now in full sight. When the creature was a few feet away, it leapt in the air, and claws appeared from the creature's two front limbs. Quinn, almost out of instinct, swiped his hand, letting out a blood swipe. The attack managed to hit the beast and sent it flying back. Name, Rataclaw. Basic tier beast. HP, ? Unlike with humans, when Quinn used the status screen, it would show their HP and blood type. But in this case, he had only received a name and the level of the beast. Seeing the tier of the beast, though, Quinn started to feel a little less frightened. The Rataclaw had recovered and charged straight for Quinn once again. Seeing how the blood swipe was effective, he waited for the beast to get close once again. Blood swipe! But Quinn had underestimated the speed and the responsiveness of the Rataclaw. Defense 1. Durability of weapon has decreased by 50%. Strength has fallen to 3. You little crap, get off me! Quinn shouted as he started swinging his arm. With the beast stuck to his arm, it was too dangerous for him to use blood swipe and too close for him to perform a hammer strike. All that was left was to do it the old-fashioned way. Quinn then started to repeatedly pound the beast on its head with his other hand. With each blow, black blood would gush out of the beast. The blows were powerful and damaging to the beast, and with each strike, the grip started to loosen. If you had just stayed away, you could have lived, Quinn shouted as he continued to punch the beast, until finally its grip had come loose and it had fallen to the ground. Basic tier beast Rataclaw has been defeated. 100 EXP points gained. In a way, beasts were a gold mine for his system. Congratulations, you are now level 5. Race, Halfling. HP, 30 of 30. 40 of 1600 EXP. Strength, 13, 2. Agility, 15. Stamina, 12. Strength, 14, 2. But the system still had one more surprise for him. New skill unlocked. Blood spray. Cost, minus 5 HP. The skill reminded Quinn of a shotgun he used to watch from the old movies, where the small pellets would spread out hitting multiple targets. The problem was the cost of the skill. 5 HP was a huge amount, and even with his blood bank, Quinn would have to be careful when using it. Quinn then walked up to the dead beast on the ground. He had punched the creature so hard in the skull, it was indented and blood was leaking everywhere. Inspect. Rataclaw blood. If blood is consumed, is poisonous to the body. -1 HP for every millimeter of blood consumed. I wonder why my body only accepts human blood. The system had been oddly specific when his body started to require blood. This made Quinn think that even the blood of animals wouldn't work, even though some were red in color just like humans. Suddenly, though, the sound of something running was heard again. As Quinn looked up, the sight of 10 Rataclaws running in his direction. After struggling to face just against one, he knew he had no chance against 10. All he could do was run. He ran down the empty street, not knowing where he was heading. But the Rataclaws were fast and would soon catch up. That's when Quinn spotted a building, one that was far less damaged than the others. He went inside, but the space was still too large. He then spotted a stairway to his right nearby. After quickly running up the stairway and reaching the first platform, he stopped and turned. He knew he had no choice but to fight back. With his palm open facing downward, he was ready. Time to test you out.
Thirsty for more action? Jump the queue and unleash all episodes. Click on the link here and install the Pocket FM app. Sink your teeth into the next episode of our fantastic journey, only on the Pocket FM universe.